Hello everyone, in this video I am going to share about how to pass variable from this PHP page to our custom HTML page. How can we pass value from here and how can we use that values in this HTML page. So first of all I will paste some codes here. This is the way of assigning variables in phpBB. Here you can see I assign template assign was mean variables in this array. This means we assign variables and that values: l title, test tool system, l name, l nickname, l type, custom page. Like this we assign these values in this variables array, and since this php about us.php is linked with about us.html, here now we can use these variables from about us.html. Here we pass these variables in about us.php to about us.html. Now we can get these values from HTML page. We can get this l title. If we call this l title, we get this value. If we call this l name, we can get this value. Like this we have to write template to pass the value to the template and assign variables. We are assigning in array type, so I added this in array format. Now we can use these variables in about us.html. In this about us.html we can get that pass variables here. We can get this value. We have to write in this bracket, and we have to add the variable's name, which variable we want to call. For example, I want to call this l title, so I have to write this l title. The variable name should be the same. Here we added in capital letter, so we have to retrieve also in capital letter. So if I save and run this, refresh the page, here you can see test tool system, because the l title value is test tool system, so we get that value. The test is very small, so I added an h1 tag, and I refresh this. Here you can see in h1 tag the style color, for example red. Here you can see the big text here. Like this we can call every variables pass from this PHP page. L name, L nickname, and copy this L name, L nickname, L type. When I refresh the page, here you can see the values passed from this PHP page we have retrieved now from this HTML page, and now we can also see in this UI. So this is how we can pass the variables to HTML page from this custom PHP page. Now I will also show an array that pass the value and how to retrieve from HTML page. Here I will pass an array. Here you can see I have passed an array that starts from 0 and is less than 10, and it is showing the var in variable name, and the variable value will be this array value. Here you can see, and we give this array name number, so we have to call this array with number, and we have to retrieve the exact value of each array in var I. I will show you in code and it will be more easy to understand. Now we are retrieving the value. I will show how to retrieve the value. Because this is a loop, so we have to call this in this like comment. This is not comment in phpBB. We have to add begin number and also end number. This is not comments. I explained this in past videos. Now we have to retrieve that loop, that for loop, so we have to write that codes inside this brackets, and I give this loop name number, so number, and to show the variables we have to write this variable name number dot var I. If I save and run this, here you can not change, you can see not changing the UI because I think I have some error here. This number should be a small letter. When I run this, here you can see the loop value here. Here what I get that error is begin number and close number. This number is, I added this in small letter. Here I added in capital letter, so it didn't work. Now we have to add this loop name. For example, I give here, for example, looping. I have to change his here 3 places you can see looping. This starts looping begin, looping end, and we retrieve this variable I value. So if I save this and run again, here you can see the same result. I will give style color green. Here you can see the looping values. So in summary, we have to loop like this, and we have by retrieving an HTML, we start with begin looping and looping. Looping means this looping name, that name we give. If we give this here number, we also have to call this begin number, end number, and here also number dot var. So this is the basic of how to send variables to the HTML page and how to retrieve the data and show in UI. So thank you very much for your attention.